What's up, y'all? This your girl Asia Sparks, and you now sparking up with hip hop since 1987. Spark up, let's go.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
It's your boy Brandon B. Wyche, hip hop since 1987.com. We here with Asia Sparks.
What's up, y'all? What's up, hip hop since 1987? It's been a minute.
You know, it's definitely been a minute. I definitely have a nice little story I remember from you. Like on Twitter, it was like summer 2012.
Oh shoot.
My mentions was blowing up. And I'm like, it was this new girl, everybody's tweeting, watch the video. I think it was like your team supporting you. Yeah. Clicked the video, watched it was real dope. Shannon shot it. Yeah. She only shoot the best.
Yeah.
And
I appreciate that.
I put it up on the website instantly, right?
Yeah. I appreciate that.
But then I noticed the feedback you was still getting. I was like, yo, I think like Meek commented, like retweeted it. Yeah. I think like 50.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like Fat Joe. I felt like it was a few other names I can't remember, but it was just like, where did this happen? Like it was so random. It was just like, damn, she's an artist. Here's the video.
This was random for me too. Yeah. Everybody act like it was so random for me too. I was just a girl in nursing school. I graduated from nursing school in April.
Congrats.
Thank you. In nursing school, I'm just focused on, school, and I love music, so I put a video out. And I swear, no more than 24 hours, 50 Cent was actually the first person that hit me up and was like, "This is nice." And I was like, I stopped, looked again, looked on his page to make sure it was verified, and I was like, and I started running through the whole house. And you know what? I remember sending you guys the video, and hip hop since 1987. You guys always show me love, and you always show me support. And no matter what video I put out, or what I do, even if I don't put it out, I just know that you guys are always there covering the damn story, doing what you're supposed to do, and I really do appreciate it. I mean, you guys open up a bunch of doors for so many artists out here, and honestly, it means something to me, because it's hard. It's hard, and it's definitely hard, and it's definitely hard to be a new kid on the block going into a situation where you don't know what to expect. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was 24 hours, and I get the love, and to be honest, I wasn't ready for it, but then when things happen like that, you have no choice but to be ready, because God says you're ready. He only knows. So yeah, that was a beautiful thing, and literally I didn't sleep for 24 hours.
Well, who were sidebar? Who were all the names that retweeted it, commented, and things like that? Most people when you add a big name artist, they just ignore it,
Right.
But
it was pretty much
he was getting feedback, so it was kind of like I think, like I said, I think it was like Fat Joe's, like Meek, so it was kind of like, yo.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was actually, with those first two videos, it was Faja and Sparkle Girl Cypher. It was a lot of people. It was everybody. I mean, I got love from Meek, Fat Joe, 50 Cent, Trina. I went. I met Jay-Z. I mean, everybody. Honestly, there's not one person in the industry that has not even heard about me or hasn't connected the face, and it was all because of the Sparkle Girl Cypher. It was because of the Sparkle Girls. I couldn't have done it without them. It's because we made a movement. You can't. If I come out here alone, I'm just like everybody else. What makes you so different? What made me so different was that I had people believing in me in my first video, and they seen the belief. They seen how everybody went so hard. They seen the belief in it. So I had people like, everybody. Even I got word. I went to the Hip Hop Awards, and I met Jamal Gravy. He played Biggie, and he was like, "Yeah, Nikki told me about you," and I was like, "Damn, like that's what's up." Like a lot of people, and they never really recognized. They never knew. They never connected a face though. They always said, "Oh yeah, she's hard." They hear music, she's hard, and they never connected a face, but now they do. They connect the face now.
Well, look, all right. So you had the Cypher. That wasn't the only record. You mentioned Faja.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the records I liked. So it was like the Austin Powers like sample or something like that. Just the word Faja.
Yeah, Faja was a great song. Yeah, it was Austin Powers.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people around me always saying Faja, and it just it's like, all right, I remember that. But you also had success on the radio as well. You know, we in Philly, so you know both stations, Power 99 and Hot 107.9, played your records. Like, you know.
Yeah. Shout out to Cosmic Kev because he was the first person to play my song on the radio. But you know, shout out to all the other DJs as well. But shout out to Cosmic Kev. He gave me that little. When I heard it on the radio, I was like, what? And it was great. And I won Powerhouse, so that was another leap for my career, and that was only in 2 months. So in the first week of me dropping my video, I had people like 50 Cent. That stuff that's just like, I tell everybody, I look up all the time.
You sure you don't got like no big PR behind you, no big homie or something like that?
There's my manager, Kevin Liles. I just signed with Kevin a couple months ago, but like a few months ago. But you know,
he wasn't there when that first video dropped though.
No, I was a girl. I had my mom. I had my sister. I had friends. I had people that believed in me. Like all them people in the video, they bought shirts. It was more. I had bought shirts. I had bought like 1,000 shirts. We went out there the first day in 24 hours. I sold out of shirts. Went back the second day in the streets hustling them shirts myself. The people didn't even hear a rap from me yet, but this is just who I am as a person, and people just fuck with me. Can I say fuck? People say they just fuck with me in general, and I sold out the second day. And the people who showed up at the video, they bought shirts from me. They're my family and my friends, and they bought shirts from me right there. But we had created a whole movement before I became who I was. You understand? And that shit doesn't happen to anybody. You know, I really, like, honestly, people don't. I'm in the tuck a lot, but I'm really an overwhelmed type of person. I'm a very energetic person. I get overwhelmed with beautiful things. I get overwhelmed with nice things. I'm a very humble person. And everything I say is from the heart. And, you know, I still thank God every day because I don't know why and I don't know how my life ended up like this. I don't. In 1 week. I couldn't, like, people don't see me now. I just want to address this because a lot of people are like, where's Asia? Where's the next project? Where's Spark of Vibe 2? Well, you got to realize, my first 24 hours, my first couple hours, not even 24, I dropped the video at night and I woke up in the morning and 50 Cent tweeted it. And next thing you know, I'm having like 17 more thousand from the already 10,000 that I got. And I was like, God, are you kidding? I was like, you kidding me right now? I am the luckiest woman on earth. I feel like the luckiest. I'm humble. I'm not saying I'm the best rapper in the world, but I'm saying nobody besides hip hop since 1987 can match my hustle, and nobody can match my faith right now. Maybe they can match my faith, but you gotta feel where I'm coming from. So I'm learning music right now. You know, back to the story. You gotta realize 24 hours in, I'm on. I mean, the next thing you know, I'm on 106 Park. I'm in a hip hop cypher, and then I meet Jay-Z. I'm on, and I'm sitting here like, I'm the luckiest chick in the world. So now I'm seasoned, and I've done 106 Park. I've done the hip hop awards, and now I'm just trying to get to know music because I haven't got a chance to. I just knew I loved it, and I knew I can do it, and I'm out here, and I made a tape, and it was a success. But now I need to learn music. You know, I know that's a lot, but
so
it's very humble.
As you continue to learn music, let's backpedal. Who were some of your musical influences growing up, like, or to date still, like male or female? To date. Well, I don't care what nobody says. Biggie and Pac will always be to date. Like, you cannot. They set the standard, and no one has ever been able to beat the standard. So those people, I look up to all my female MCs, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, like, you know, Queen Latifah, MC Light, Salt and Pepper. Oh my gosh, Yo-Yo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's so many female. You know what? I look up to these women, Eve. I look up to these women because there's not a lot of us out there. You understand what I'm saying? This is why it's not a lot of us out there, and they made it, and they solidified who they were as a woman, who they were in this game, and they did it with respect, no matter what nobody said. I don't care what nobody said about Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim was the shit. I don't care what nobody said about Foxy. Foxy was the shit. Foxy, they knew Kim was the sexiest one, and they knew who they were. Fucking nigga, they bought their bread and they bought their music, and you know it's one of those things. That's who I look up to. Up to date, I look up to Kendrick Lamar. I look up to Schoolboy Q. I listen to a lot of Nipsey Hussle. I listen to SDS.
I listen to a lot of spitters, you know, but I listen to Future. I listen to a lot of people. I respect a lot of people in this game. A lot of people, they tell a story. And they tell a story, or they prove a point. They prove a point. It's not just about making this music. Is we're getting back to hip hop. Hip hop's not dead. Hip hop is about to arrive again. It just takes people to learn and understand that we need this. We need hip hop. I don't understand why, like, you know, some of these new artists come out here and they can just, I mean, I do it too sometimes. I like to do the little, you know, but like, it's people out here. The world is fucked up right now. And you need hip hop to relate to these people out here. It's people out there shooting. I just lost both of my homies to getting shot. You know, who's gonna look up for the dope boy? Who's gonna look up for the girl out there on the corner? Who gonna look up for these people? Cause it's a fucked up world out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really right now. I be telling everybody I'm moving in spirit right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying to live my life and make my mom proud as a woman and be respectful to people and love people even though they don't like me. You know, it's a never-ending battle, but I love it and I can't stop doing it. I love helping people. It's just a habit. So that's my influences, and that's my influence. I talk a lot. But, you know.
So you named a lot of artists.
Yeah.
A lot of those artists was at Powerhouse. That was a Powerhouse 2012 where you opened up the show. And later, you know, you were linked to Kevin Liles, and I think, you know, that's your manager now. Is that fair to say? So can you tell us about that situation? You know, that doesn't happen randomly. You know, Kevin Liles he manages somebody from the Philadelphia area. You know, you got to be be special, got to be big. You know. So tell us.
What's funny is I'm the only up and coming artist that Kevin has. My mom still manages me, and Kev is my manager as well, and we combined it as a team. You understand? Like, I can't make it alone. Like, they know what we have. We have a brand. We're solidified with or without you. Not talking about Kev, but just period. And, you know, they came in, and I met Kev during Powerhouse.
Oh, wow.
And then I sat down with him. He took me and my mom out to dinner. And I met Mike MacArthur, and Mike was the one that reached out, but we all sat down and ate dinner. And
shout out to Mike. Shout
out to Mike MacArthur.
We was talking to Mike today. So.
And, you know, and ever since then we met with him. And Kev is just like that uncle that, the reason why, and no matter what he promised me, because promises, money, whatever, that doesn't matter. What he said to me, which made me have to go with him, and I had to pray on it, he said, it's about being the best daughter first. If you were married, it's about being the best wife first, but it's about being the best daughter first, the best woman. It's about being the best daughter, the best woman, well, the best woman, the best daughter to my mother, and then the best artist. He said to me, and I've never told anybody this, so he said to me, if you decided that you wanted to teach, I have educational programs, but you can do this without me. You will make it without me, but I want to be a part of what you're doing. I want to be a part of it. And that was the realest thing I've heard, because it's easy to tell somebody what you can do for them. It's easy. But the thing is, it's hard to tell somebody that, to put that wall down, and it's hard to be humble and say, listen, you got talent. Like, he's seen something in me where he was willing to say, listen, I ain't gonna tell you what I can do for you. I'm gonna tell you what you can do for me. And that's that, you know? And it was a beautiful thing. And ever since then, we just been working, man.
So...
And I'm the only up-and-coming artist he has.
Yeah, you know, he deals with a whole lot of big artists, so we all know that. If you don't know, Google the man. Was this wasn't the conversation backstage at Power? This was a dinner, you said?
This was a dinner. I met Kev. I just met Kev.
So did he see you open up for Powerhouse that year and say,
I don't think so.
No?
No, he might have. He came right after I came on stage, so he might have, yeah. But Cosmic Kev, I know the backstory. You want to hear the backstory for real? Mike called and said, yo, what's going on? What's some new artists you got coming out? Or who's hot in Philly? Cosmic Kev was the first one that played my song. And he said, this girl right here.
Oh, wow.
Kev was like, this one. You need to holler at her. Wow. Powerhouse, I met them.
Wow.
And ever since then, it's just been going up, you know?
can imagine.
God has been working for me. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but he's just been working. He's too good to me. It's kind of like I'm in a trance right now. Like, every time I go to an interview, I open my heart up to everybody because I need the world to know what's going on in here and what's in here. Like, I'm not, everything I say, that's why I talk too much, because I don't want anybody to feel like they don't know who I am. Because this is who I am, you know? But yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, let's spark up. Spark up Volume 1, yeah. Don Cannon. How do you get Don Cannon to host your debut mixtape?
Dude, I headlined the House of Blues that Coco Branded had a weekend, casino weekend, and I headlined, and it was sold out. I was the only performer. It was the House of Blues. Yeah. So my heart was like, yes, and I killed it, and Don Cannon was there spinning, and I met him, and we did this mixtape. We was sending the records back and forth. He was like, yo, this project crazy. I don't know, I gotta see what the people say, because it's so different. My project was just like, it wasn't your average mixtape a little bit. It was kind of like an album.
I remember the intro record. You know, you went in on the intro record.
Yeah,
the intro was definitely different. Okay, shout out to Active.
That's fam, DJ Active. He did that record for me, and that record was the most stressful record in the world. It was, yo. I fought for that. Yo, it was so stressful. You know, it was all these hot beats. I'm like, oh, and it's Philly. So if I don't do this right, they're going to like chew my head off. And I think I did it. I think I did it all right. You know, I think it was cool. Yeah. But Spark Up Volume 1. Make sure you guys go get it on thatpiff.com right now, or you can visit my website, asiasparks.com. Please go get it. Please support it. Spark Up Volume 2 is coming out, and you don't want to be like not caught up, so you gotta go get it. No.
So for those who are new to Asia Sparks, when they download that project, what's the first song? You know, some people they're gonna look through the features, like they're gonna look through the producers, like, all right, I'm not gonna play one, I'm gonna play 5. Which record should they play first?
Oh man, okay.
I like the intro. I think the intro is dope, but
on Spark Up Volume 2, you I mean, but one, right? On one, you have to play the intro first off. Second off, you have to play Long Way Down. I've got feedback from Long Way Down, and it always says it reminds me of my dad homie. I have a couple people that said that. You have to play Faja, obviously. Sparkle Girl Cypher, My Introduction. You have to play Long Way Down. I'm singing on it. I mean, wow. What? Kegs Bongs. Oh my gosh, that's the best underrated song out right now. It is the hottest college song in the world. Like, I'm not even trying to pipe it up or anything. It really is awesome. No, everything. Honestly, it's a classic. It's a solid mixtape. It's different, but it gives you a little bit of everything. It gives you a little bit of everything. Honestly, the Spark of Volume 1, I wanted everybody to know my lanes, because there was always a stigma and a reputation that I was too hard. And yeah, the mixtape was hard, but I wanted to let everybody know, yes, I'm hard, but I can make songs about clothes. I can make songs about, you know, it's a long way down, about success. It was about being legendary. It was like I had to overspit. I like to go in rough and then like take it down so people can understand. When you go in so hard to the point where you shock everybody, you like hit them, boom. Now I wanna just give them who I am. It was kind of like me showing them, this is what you're getting ready for, but you don't even have any idea the levels it can go. And I think I'm going to prove that with Spark of Volume 2 coming out. You know, I think I got a lot of things in store for people.
Well, you know, you definitely touched up on the BET Cypher, but you know, I was on national TV.
That was a crazy story.
And you know, there's a few other rappers there, and they showed you and your sister on TV a couple times throughout the night. So like, can you tell us about that? Like, you know, to be on a big platform. That was what, 2013 that just passed. So like,
wow. Okay. I got the call a week before. Yo, you're going to be on this? Oh my gosh. There's no way you can really necessarily prepare for this. You either get it or you don't. We got there. I flew out to LA, and I had to fly back because I had a show. I had the Little Kim show to do. I performed in the Little Kim show. I got there. It just so happened that I was there in the heat wave, the hottest day of LA all year. Last time I went to LA, I thought, hey, it's going to be hot in the daytime. It's going to be freezing at night. But I mean, like I said, I thought it was fall. I thought it was going to be cool. I came there with a sweatshirt on. I mean, me, Astro, Problem, and Bad Luck were sweating. Our behinds, we were in the warehouse. So we're sweating, and I'm the only girl. So they're like, sit her down, give her some water. She's sweating. Like, we got to make sure they look good because we're recording over and over again in heat. But it was, like, so dope. I was smiling, and I was just like, and the camera's like, can I be over there? Like, it was so cool. And I met Astro and all them. And I was really nervous being a new kid on the block. And, you know, the Problem was like, man, it's all good, man. We going to do this anyway. Like, it's all good. Like, don't worry about messing up. It's all good. Like, just being so cool to me. And I'm like, that's what's up. So me, Astro, and Bad Luck, we all cool. I get down to L.A. and, you know, I didn't really realize how real it was until I'm walking in Atlanta and people like, you that Sparks chick, right? Like, you Sparks, right? And I'm like, yeah. They like, they play your stuff on the radio. I'm like, yo, are you serious? Then I go out there and, you know, we're at a bunch of parties. And I meet, you know, big producers. And I've met everybody. And they know who I am. They know who I am. I'm on the red carpet. I'm right behind 2 Chainz. I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, I met 2 Chainz at Powerhouse. But I'm like, it's about to get real. And then they're like, Asia Sparks. So I'm at the X standing there. And I'm first of all, I'm thinking I got heels on, so I don't want to fall. And I'm like, they just said smile and just smile. And the night before, we went to this party. And shout out to Nico, because I met him. just kidding. But, you know, I met Nico, and I met a bunch of people at this party. And Diamond, it was the BET Music Matters party. And the ladies from BET was like, they were giving me helpful ideas and helpful hints on the carpet. And I was like, that's so nice of these people to kind of let me know what I'm looking forward to. They're like, okay, so when you go there, what are you wearing? Like, I'm like, wow, they really care about, like, what I'm wearing. Like, it was just really cool. So I get on the carpet, and I'm traveling, and then there's 2 Chainz before me, so I'm following 2 Chainz, like, trying to figure out how they posing and how the girls are posing. And it was very nice. And they're like, take your glasses off. And I took my glasses off, and I showed them my eyes, and I just smiled, and they were just... And then I did, you know, a bunch of interviews, and guess who was at the end of the carpet, and I almost cried? Cosmic Kev. Yet again. Yeah. So we were there. They're telling us we can't use our phones. I'm snapping pictures all day. I'm taking videos like, I don't care. Sorry, BT. I don't care. Like me and Jazz. It was dope. And when my Cypher came on, I seen some heads nod. And, I mean, I'm in the building with everybody. I'm sitting right there. And I met Busta Rhymes that weekend, too. And I spit for him. And he was just like, damn, I got your mixtape. Like, and it was like, I felt like, honestly, you never know how good you're doing until you get there and you realize how much respect they're giving you. And it was like, that's what's up. And it's all because I spit, not because the way I look or nothing. I had people in there rocking their heads. I mean, Kendrick Lamar right there. I almost died. I had Kendrick, Rick, I had everybody was there, and the Meek shouted me out, like, shout out to Asia Sparks on Twitter. I seen at least one person from Philly doing something. But, you know, it just was like, for me, I was shaking when my Cypher came on. It was a beautiful thing, man. I don't know. It was so surreal. I didn't really feel it until I got back, to be honest.
You know, we got you and Kev on give us a drop at the end of the carpet too. Shout out to El Dorado.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hip hop was there too. Yeah. Oh my God. At the end of the daggone carpet, how can I forget? It was Kylie Kev and hip hop since 1987. The light skinned boy, what's his name? That's my homie. El Dorado. Shout out to El Dorado, man. Listen, El Dorado, don't be mad at me, man. Listen. You right. You were there, man. Y'all always there. That's why I said next to y'all hustlers, man. Y'all be everywhere. And
we appreciate that.
What's up?
So, you know, being on national TV is good.
Yeah.
But I remember here in Philly, went to the Sigma Sound show. I think Tyler and the radio station put something together. She's Next, and you performed along with a lot of other females in the city. You performed, but you did something special that night. Yo, you were singing. It was kind of like I don't think the crowd was ready.
No, everybody was like this.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
We was ready for you to rap, and you started singing. It was kind of like, oh, didn't know you had that talent. So, tell us about that. Like
that night, that night. It was a long time ago, but I remember it perfectly. This is when Asia Sparks was battling asthma. before I got into the best shape in my life. You know, I'm a diabetic and I have asthma. And this is when I'm just learning the stage. Obviously, I'm not perfect. And that whole day, I was nervous. This is the first time I'm singing. You know, I remember going to sound check and I'm like, I had my shades on and I'm just like ready. I'm thinking to myself, I'm ready. I'm ready because I've always had a fear of singing. And now my mixtape, I'm a singer now. Like, the growth that I have right now is so amazing. I was a scared little girl. I was a little overweight. I was just trying to put everything in perspective. Like, you know, and so on stage, I was singing, but everybody seeing me, I was so tired. I remember that day. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect performer. Now I'm getting better, and I'll probably be perfect if I work at it a little bit. I'm playing. But, you know, then I was a kid, so I'm learning this, and I'm like, you know, but I did it. And when I told everybody put their ones in their hair if they had a dream, and everybody put their ones in their hair, it was, I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready. I could sing it, so I did it. And it felt good, and I was singing victory, you know. I said, I breathed in the sweets and the victory. You know, you kidding me. We were born for this. And then, you know, and people don't even know I shed a tear on stage. You know, I was bending, like, if you watch the video again, I was leaned over. I was leaning over and I flipped my hair. But when I got off stage, I was so overwhelmed because I did it. Damn. I was like, yo, before I wouldn't sing for nobody. Nobody. I just wasn't singing. Don't ask me why. I don't want to do it. I don't like singing, but this is a gift. And if you gotta do it. You know? And then the second time I sung was at the BET Music Matters. And I realized that I have to keep singing. When two grown men from New York, I performed at SOBs, they came up to me, I performed with Mateo, and they said, during that song, If This World Was Mine, which I sung, they said they cried. And I was like, damn, two grown-ass men, it's like they cried. It's like, if this world was mine. And I was just like, damn, I gotta sing. I gotta keep singing.
But you know, shout out to Rick behind the camera. He filmed you singing that night. You know,
shout out to Rick, man. You're slowing, man.
You know, we everywhere, but
everywhere.
There was one place we wasn't, and that was this year's Philly Hip Hop Awards 2013. Yeah. It had a live stream. Shout out to Jimmy and Sonia because you know we watched it on the computer this year. Yeah. But you know, I heard there was an incident, altercation between you can't. Can you tell us what happened that night?
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.